is Tuesday, June 4th, 2019, 5 p.m. This is the Codes, Fairs, and Farmers Market Committee. We have two things on the agenda tonight, I believe. Yes. First is Bill 2019-1627, Vercher and Hall, establishes a new fee structure for all short-term rental property permit applications and amending sections 17.16.250 and sections 1716.070 of the Metro Code of Laws relative to short-term rental property permit application fees. There is a proposed substitute and a letter from the sponsor. And the letter from the sponsor basically says, I'm the sponsor of both resolution, I'm not intending to approve, she's asking the committee to approve the proposed substitute, which none of us have read.
But we did in Budget and Finance yesterday.
What did Budget and Finance do? Do I have a motion?
To put the substitute on?
Yeah, to move the substitute.
But I'm sorry, Mr. Chair. Ask the question one more time about what Budget and Finance did, please, sir.
What did Budget and Finance do on 1627 yesterday?
We approved and re-referred it back. Mr. Jameson, if you would, please confirm that. We approved and re-referred back to Budget and Finance. Am I saying that correctly, sir?
I am, yes, I'm sorry, 1627, approved the substitute 14-0, and then approved the substituted 14-0.
Not re-referred?
Not re-referred.
Oh, then I missed something there. I'm sorry, Chair.
It's okay.
I had made a wrong note somewhere.
This is on second reading.
What does the substitute do?
I can explain if you guys want.
Thank you.
Yeah, if somebody would explain this to us.
Sure. Basically, so what happened is the way it was filed was it changed the zoning code as well. So if you guys remember when 608 passed, there was an amendment to fix a portion of the code that listed a $50 permit fee for non-owner occupied renewals. But because that bill didn't really have a whole lot to do with the owner-occupied, it failed to amend that section as well. So that would have, the way it was originally drafted, would have done that, but that would have also sent it to the Planning Commission for a public hearing, and it would have not tracked with the budget. So I think the intent is to amend that section of the code. It's just a small minor amendment to remove the $50 permit fee in the zoning code through Berkeley Allen's bill, the 1633. And this will just institute the fees through that ordinance. So it's just removing the zoning code so it doesn't go to Planning Commission.
And this also increases fees, the permit fee from $50 to $313, correct?
Correct. And that was based on a consultant fee study that was done by Fiscal Choice, and it sort of lists out all the costs in there. And it's based on the current cost, not any extra added costs.
Any other questions? Do I have a motion to approve the substitute? Seconded. All in favor of moving the substitute? Aye.
I'm sorry, this is moving the substitute, not passing the substitute.
Correct.
Aye.
So I am 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4. Against. And Counselor?
Yes, sir.
Do you have anything to add to this since the sponsor is not here?
So because the budget ordinance that you have before you relies upon the revenues from this, and because there's no public hearing in June, including the Title VII component would have put this beyond June passage. So they're simply taking out the Title XVII component. They'll do that through Berkeley's bill later, and then you can pass this as a clean fee increase, and the code allows you to increase fees based on nothing but the zoning administrator's recommendation, and you have that now. So it's legit from a budgetary perspective.
So in simplest terms, all this does is increase the permit fee.
If you pass the substituted version, yes, all that does is increase the fee.
Okay, any other questions? Do I have a motion to move the bill as substituted? Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Passes 4-4, 1 against. Next up is Bill 2019-1631, O'Connell.
The only constituents I was from are against it.
creates Title IX noise amplified sound and to consolidate existing provisions regulating noise, excessive noise, and construction noise into the new Title IX. And there is an amendment on this.
Substitute.
Or there's a proposed amendment and a substitute. And let me see here. Actually, do I have a motion to?
What goes
Do I have a
first?
motion?
Are we amending the substitute or
No,
substituting
we need a motion to talk about it. Moved and seconded. Let's deal with the amendment first, which is,
Well, actually, I'm going
Councilman
to
Butler.
ask for Mr. Jameson, if you don't mind, I'd like, maybe the substitute covers the amendment.
No, and they're two separate topics, so you could
Okay.
pass one without the other. There's no particular order.
Okay. So then, all right, so to go back on the purpose of the amendment, what I basically did was I removed the fairgrounds piece of it, okay? Just the fairgrounds piece, because it seemed to be pretty far reaching, and I felt like that if we pass it as is, especially when it comes to the racetrack and whatnot, correct me if I'm wrong, Mr. Jameson, I'm afraid that it could flow over into that, and it would create some problems at the fairgrounds.
well, actually, the bigger issue here is the sponsor's not here,
There's no letter.
There's no letter.
and there's no letter.
Oh,
Well, that's that.
I thought there was a letter, but there's not.
oh, I'd be willing to be.
O'Connell, Freddie?
And he's still next door.
Public Works.
Yeah. Public Works is done. Are they? Yeah.
Yeah, Public Works is done. Mess here.
So it was
Jeopardy thing?
No, it was 25 and 26, but I wrote my note on 27.
Yeah, I mean, that's why we really need to hear about this.
I don't see him anywhere.
Okay, then, do I have a motion to defer by rule?
You can always spin on the floor. Motion, move to defer by rule.
Second? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed?
Choice.
I don't even think we voted.
Okay, it's deferred by rule.
You can suspend the rules on the floor.
Back here on third, although we can't amend it on third.
And that concludes Code Fairs and Farmers Market for June 4th, 2019. Thank you very much.
I'm really uncomfortable